Hello YouTube, today I'm going to be showcasing what I think is the best Kashtira deck profile right now, and at the end of the deck rundown I'm going to be showcasing a gameplay that I had on Rated, so you guys might want to stick around for the whole video. So let's get started. So we are main decking triple Joel. Card is insane in the meta. People like to add things from deck to main, you like to stop that, right? So playing triple Maxi, no explanation needed. Best card in Master Duel. Triple Ash Blossom to stop the Maxi. We are playing Draw Hand. It's a free special summon, and you have the option to draw a card. It makes your opponent draw a card as well, but sometimes it's cool because if you have Joel plus this, they draw a card, then you draw them. So pretty insane. We're playing double Rice Heart. Card is crazy. You can if you control a Kashtira monster, you can special summon him from hand. You get locked into XYZs. Then you can banish a Kashtira card from your deck as cost, and then your opponent banishes 3 cards face down from the top of their deck. So you can banish those one-off cards that they really need. So this card is pretty clutch. It's a free body. Just remember that the effect in hand to summon itself locks you into XYZ. So we're playing 1 dasher, and then it becomes 7 after the effect resolves when it banishes. So then we're playing 1 dasher because we're playing the DPE package alongside the draw hand. One of the best Destiny heroes. Too bad we don't have Celestial. We are playing 1 Mist Valley Apex Avian. This card is insane. It's a level 7. If you have Birth out on the board, Birth allows you to normal summon a level 7 without attributing. So you can normal summon this, and then you can play from there. Right? This is an Omni Negate, and you can keep summoning it every turn basically. We're playing double Fenrir. We'll play 3 if this was a 3. This card is insane. What this card does is you can special summon it if you control no monsters, and then you can add a Kashtira monster from deck to hand. And it can be himself. He can add another copy of Fenrir if you can do that. But you can add all the any Kashtira monster that you want to basically. And the other effect is that when your opponent activates a monster effect, or if you declare an attack with Fenrir, you can banish a card they control, face up card they control, banish it face down, which is pretty insane. So it's a free body plus has 2 very good effects. We're playing 3 copies of Kashtira Unicorn. They all have that same effect. All the big ones have that effect that if you control a monster, you can special summon it. And the other effect is you can add a spell, Kashtira spell. So you can add Birth. The only card that right now it's on Master Duel. And the second effect is that if your opponent activates a monster effect, or if you attack, you can banish 1 card from their extra deck face down. So you get deck knowledge, you get extra deck knowledge. You can banish their one-off card. If you're playing against Dragon Link, you can banish their Striker Dragon. So very good card. We're playing triple Kashtira Ogre. Once again, it can summon itself if you control the monsters. On summon, you can add a Kashtira trap card from your deck to your hand, so you can add the preparations. And the other effect that if your opponent activates a monster effect, or if you attack with Kashtira Ogre, you can look at up to the top 5 cards from your opponent's deck and banish 1 of them face down. So you can banish a key card of their deck if you know what deck they're playing. So playing double Nibiru card is insane, especially if you draw it off a Maxi. 1 reinforcements for the army to add a copy of Rice Heart. We're playing triple Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars. This one says you can banish a level 7 monster from your hand or face up field, draw 2 cards. So basically like a little pot of greed. Playing 2 Fusion Destiny because we are playing the Destroy Phoenix Enforcer package. We're playing 1 Pot of Prosperity. This card is absolutely insane in Kashtira. It's gonna get even better in the future once the new support comes out in Master Duel. We like consistency. Triple Birth card is insane. It has 3 effects basically. So it allows you to normal summon a level 7 from your hand as your turn normal summon. The second effect is that it can special summon a banished or graveyard Kashtira monster. And the third effect is that if you control a Kashtira monster, and your opponent has 3 or more cards in the graveyard, you can banish up to 3 cards from their graveyard face down. So this card is absolutely crazy. In the grind game, this card gets insane. We're playing 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Cross-Out Designator. Cool thing that you can do with Cross-Out Designator is that you can banish 1 of your Kashtira monsters, and then you can special summon it off birth. Sure, the effect will be negated for the remainder of the turn, but if you banish something like Fenrir with cross-out designator, you special summon it with Birth. Now you have another interruption versus your opponent. Triple impermanence and one Kashtira preparations. This one's pretty cool because during either player's turn, you can special summon one Kashtira monster that is banished or in your hand. If your opponent activates a trap card effect, while you control a Kashtira monster, you can look at their hand and banish one card from their hand face down. So if they imperm one of your Kashtira monsters, you can go ahead and activate the effect of preparations and banish one card in their hand face down. So, and in the extra deck, we're playing Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, Baron. This any Kashtira monster level 7 plus Ash equals Baron. Keep that in mind. On Big Eye, this card is insane. Allows you to steal monsters. We're playing one Master of Blades. When a card effect is activated that targets this face-up card, you can detach one material from this card, negate the activation. If you do destroy that card, then you can destroy one card on the field. We're playing number 89, Diabolos, the Mind Hacker. This card is actually banned in the TCG. This card is insane. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Look at your opponent's extra deck. Pick one card, banish it face down. The second effect is that you can actually banish cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to the face down cards they have banished. So if they have like 20 cards banished face down, you can banish another 20 cards banished. And this is every turn. When your opponent gets a card banished face down, you can activate this effect. So if they Pot of Desires or if they Pot of Prosperity, you can trigger this effect. Playing one Dark Armed is pretty cool. It requires 2 level 7 monsters, and you can pop multiple cards. So you can pop 2 cards. Good versus back row decks. You clear the field. Keep in mind that he cannot attack the turn he activates that effect. We're playing one Infinite Track Mountain Smasher. This one can attach one card that it battles, basically. So we're playing one number 76 Harmonizer, the Gradiel. This card's attribute is also treated. Basically, most of these are fillers up until we get the new support. This was not that much of a filler. This one's a filler. We're playing two Shangri-Era. This card is insane. We'll have to play at least 2 copies of it. Basically, it protects itself by detaching. If it will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can detach one to protect itself. And the other effect has 2 more effects. One effect is that during either player's standby phase, you can special summon a Kashtira monster from your deck. And another one is that if a card is banished from your opponent face down, you can lock a card. Well, you can lock either a monster zone or a spell and trap card zone. So there are some scenarios where you can lock 5 monster zones or 5 spell and trap card zones. In the TCG, you were able to lock 10 zones, which is kind of insane. In Master Duel, you might be able to do that in the future, so be ready. So if you control 2 Shangri-Eras on the field and 1 card of your opponent gets banished face down, you can lock 2 zones, basically. You get to choose them. 1 Zeus because we played XYZs, 1 Cerberus to pop a card, 1 Phoenix to pop a back row. We're playing 1 Bird Anaconda to go into our DPE package. So yeah, very good. So now we're gonna go into our replay. So let's see. We're gonna go into a replay using this exact same deck profile. You guys can see it. I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna explain what happened. I want you guys to learn this deck because this deck will take over Master Duel eventually. Trust me. So I draw the Logbird, double Maxi. My opponent starts out with Emergence. Grab a copy of Taya. Normal summon out Taya. Banish. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Maxi. He chains call by. Okay. So now he's gonna special summon that token. He's gonna go into the Chi-Chao. Chi-Chao chaining 1, chaining 2 Taya to dump. Dumps a copy of Ashana. Adds a copy of the Blackout. I'm gonna go ahead and chain a copy of Joel and Lockbrother. I don't want him to draw any more cards. He sets 3. One of them is Blackout. The other ones are unknown. Pass his turn. So right here, I'm gonna go ahead and open with a copy of Kashtira Ogre. Special summon out Ogre. I grab a copy of Preparations. Activate Fusion Destiny, dumping the Denier and the draw hand. Now I'm gonna go to battle phase. My opponent, right here I was trying to beat over. My opponent's gonna go ahead and activate Grandmaster to negate my DPE. I'm gonna go ahead and chain targeting the Grandmaster and DP. He's gonna go and chain a copy of Impermanence, which I didn't know he had, and that gets negated. So I'm gonna go ahead and crash. So now I'm gonna go ahead and activate Ogre effect. Look at the top cards of his deck, and if I remember correctly, I banished Vishuda, if I remember correctly. But I crash into the Grandmaster because he negated my effect. Now I was trying to beat over the Grandmaster and crash, but he's gonna go ahead and chain a copy of Dragon Circle to tribute his cost to go ahead and search. He's gonna go ahead and search a copy of Taya. I'm gonna attack for 2800. Main phase 2, set the copy of Preparations, draw phase, standby phase. In hindsight, I probably should have set the crossout designator. I don't know why I didn't set it, but it is what it is. Maybe I was afraid of like a Harpy's Feather Duster. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Preparation. My opponent's gonna go ahead and chain Max E. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Ogre effect. I remember here I banished the Protos. Now I'm gonna special summon out DPE. Normal summon Moyi. I'm gonna go ahead and chain Max E right here. Honestly, Crossout Designator wouldn't even be that good because I had my own Max E, so special summon out token. I'm gonna go ahead and draw one. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the token because I don't want them to have like an Ashuna or a Vishuda, because if they have a token that can activate those effects. He's gonna go ahead and activate Blackout, targeting both my Ogre and Preparations. He's gonna chain a copy of Dragon Circle, tributing as cost, grab a copy of Long Yawn. Long Yawn effect, pitch Taya, special summon, I draw 2. He's gonna go ahead and activate Ashuna effect to summon from deck. Summons Aurora, draw into Ash Blossom. He's gonna go into the Supreme. Supreme's pretty thick. 3600 gains attack based on the number of banished cards. Now he's gonna go into the Monk, and I draw into Nibiru, which is kind of insane right there. Drawing into Nibiru off of Maxi, pretty crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and activate Nibiru, tribute everything. He draws 2 because of Maxi. Now he's gonna go ahead and activate Aurora, grabbing a copy of Ashuna. Ashuna effect to summon itself, and my opponent just scoops it up because he wasn't gonna be able to kill me, and I had way too many cards on my hand. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that Kashtira deck profile, but I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.